Shout out to English Soul in the building. They came all the way to LA to talk big business. Sneaker talk.
What's up, guys? So I just got back from Toronto. I was visiting my girlfriend. This past weekend was All-Star weekend, so it was a big release weekend for everybody. So I just thought I'd share a few of our pickups this weekend. It's a pretty big weekend for everyone, I think. I actually was lucky enough to where I got to pick up a few different pairs of OVOs up in Toronto. So I got to take advantage of the fact that the Canadian dollar is a lot weaker. So didn't manage to get my size, but I got a few people covered on them. Still looking for size 8. If you got one, hit me up. I need a pair. Yeah, so we'll just get into it. Like I said, there's a lot of releases this weekend. So first one we grabbed, obviously I told you, was the black OVO 12. Right there, so you got that stingray around that toe box right there. See if you can get a better look at that. And with like the lighting, it almost has like a 3M look to it, but it's just like the shininess. Obviously, if you saw the white 12s, you know what I'm saying. You got that suede upper right there. Your basic, you know, your basic 12 laces. Metal eyelets right there. You got the gold and black carbon fiber. See if you can get a look at that. And then what the samples didn't have was the OVO logo right there. So that's on the retail version. The thing that's sweet about these right here is, so like these honestly are probably my favorite OVO that released. Out of the samples, my favorite was the 12. But the thing is when they like released them, they didn't really do it justice. They used different like leather on it. The samples had like a matted, like tumbled leather, whereas like the released ones had like this shiny, like plasticky leather that kind of was like tacky to me. So like this one, if you look at the suede, like the suede's so nice on it. You can't really see it in this light, but it's like, I don't know, it's really close to what the sample was, so they really did a good job doing the sample justice on this. So I was pretty pumped about that, and I definitely want to grab a pair. So if you got a size 8, hit me up. Yeah, next thing we grabbed a few pairs of these Motorsport 4s that are releasing. I believe they release next month. Got those. So it's just like a fire red 4 basically, but with blue. Many people saw that, like, for a little while, people were asking like 20,000, 25,000, 30,000, stupid numbers. Oh, drop that. Stupid numbers. Basically, like, I don't think I ever saw a single pair of those sell for that price. What happened was collectors with Undefeated 4s saw that Undefeated 4s were getting like 20, 27,000, and because those are like one of 72, well 79 if you include like the friends and family pairs, they figured that the Motorsport would have to go for more because it's one of 23, and they were issued to members of Jordan's motorcycle racing team. So they thought this really plain shoe, obviously doesn't have the face on it, they thought this shoe should be worth $20,000, $30,000, whatever they were asking. But to be honest, they never really sold for that. I saw a pair sell for like 6 to 8, and then they just all kind of disappeared for a few years. And then someone just decided one day they were going to put that price tag on them and post them. I saw a dude get like a $12,000 offer, and he didn't, you know, he declined on it. I'm sure he's probably wishing he would have taken it now, but you know, that's the highest bid I ever saw on them. I don't know about any of you other sample collectors, but I really didn't see them ever sell for it. But I mean, you got your standard leather, like the like that synthetic plasticky fire red 4 leather, blue accents, Jumpman on the back. Pretty standard looking shoe. I think it's nice. I'll probably buy it just because I always wanted to sample and never really was down to pay that price. I didn't think they were worth it, but for retail and a few months early, why not? Or maybe 1 month early actually, but yeah, why not? The next shoe we got is the Chicago 13, I think that's what they call it. It's just like an alternate colorway of like the Chicago or the Cherry 13. It's really similar. You got your tumble leather upper right there. You got your suede tumbled leather toe box. The hologram, as always. Pretty standard sole with like that red hologram on the sole. Yeah, I mean they're pretty standard. The leather's nice on them. They're not like outstanding, but they're definitely not a bad release. So for retail, I mean, I believe these are sitting. For retail, I mean, that's not a bad pickup for people, to be honest. I mean, I dig them. Personally, I'm not gonna buy them, but you know, that's still not a bad pickup. Next up was my favorite release, outside the OVO 12. Actually, no, I like these more than the OVO 12. The All-Star Game Jordan 1s, the chameleon ones. It's got like this iridescent upper with the blue, the green, and you got that black and white breaking it up a little bit. To be honest, the quality on them really isn't that great, but you can't really expect too much with like this iridescent material. Like, you can't really have great leather that has that effect, or at least I can't see how you would. You got that gray Nike Air, and then actually if you look at the sole is also iridescent. You can see it kind of changing right there. That's kind of cool. I actually saw one dude got a pair that had, I'm trying to think of who it was on Instagram. He got a black sole on his, and I actually think that looked way cooler than the release pair. I would have rather had that, to be honest. I think the iridescent sole is a little bit much, but yeah, the quality on it's not great. It's got like that milky sole with the iridescent on the bottom. The quality's not great, but again, it's still such a cool looking shoe. It's got these iridescent aglets as well. Can't really tell. Like color changing, almost has like that gasoline look. And then on the insole, another thing, I'm not sure if you can see it. Nah, you can't really, but it's got that hexagon logo that the 6s had, which I didn't like those, so I didn't buy those. I wasn't a fan. But yeah, that one's going in the personal collection. I collect ones, a lot of people do, but that's one of my favorite models, so I'm gonna keep a pair of those. A few other things I picked up. One of my friends let me use his Nike Elite account, and they restocked on the Elite account the Band 1s, and for how much I beat up my ones, I had to grab another pair of these. Just that tumbled leather was so nice that it's just such a nice shoe. I ended up just grabbing another one for retail. Why not? Yeah, so I grabbed those this weekend as well. And then another thing I grabbed is finally grabbed a pair of True Blue 3s. I got them on a discount. Only paid $150. A lot of people complained about the paint, so I was expecting these ones to be pretty messed up. But I actually lucked out. I got a good pair. A pair that didn't have like a bunch of flaws, but like for $150, I mean, I had to pick these up. It's a staple of collections. If you're a Jordan collector, you gotta get that shoe. So when they start going on sale everywhere, which they will, expect those to probably disappear really fast, because I mean, it's a True Blue 3. Why not? Why wouldn't you buy it? I'm gonna show a few things that we ended up just selling today. Ooh, almost dropped that. That would have not been good. A lot of you probably already know what that is. Okay, I'm gonna show a few other things. That we sold this past weekend. Bigger things. Right here we got the Georgetown Low. Shout out to Richard for grabbing these. Yeah, so Georgetown Low. You've got like, if you look up close, you got like 3M right there above the Georgetown pattern. You got like that snakeskin print, and then like a really nice suede. You can't really tell on the toe box, but it's similar to like the M&M 2s. You got the Georgetown G up on the tongue in the pattern, and then you got this icy sole on it with like part of the G. So when you grab the other shoe, you put it together. Put them together, and you've got basically just like the G right there. Other than that, I mean, they're pretty plain. It's like a pretty plain shoe, but that pattern's so sick. Yeah, so shout out to Richard for grabbing those off us. We're getting these out to you shortly. And then, like, around this time last year, a lot of you may have seen me and my brother Warren on DJ Khaled's Snapchat.
English Soul in the building. Chi-Town, right?
Chicago,
Look at the kit game. They not playing. They not playing.
We previously had sold him Macklemore 6s, and he like shouted us out. We flew all the way to LA just to deliver them and do the deal, meet up with them, all that. And so we sold those. We just recently got hit up because DJ Khaled was looking for Undefeateds. We actually just sold a different pair last week, but this week we got hit up asking for another pair. Luckily we still had it because we had the double. So DJ Khaled ended up getting these Undefeated 4s off us.
Sometimes you have to show them. Sometimes you just have to show them.
Near dead stock, great condition, you know, very little to no creasing in that toe box. Slight paint cracks, but like if you put your, you know, an older Jordan 4, if you put your foot in it or even look at it wrong, you get like slight paint cracks on there. You can see that like, you look at the stars, you get 100% of the stars right there. Sole's pretty clean. Overall, really clean shoe. So he ended up picking those up off of us. So shout out to those guys for coming through and you know, making that sale happen. Like I said, it's been a big past few weeks. We sold a lot of recent samples that we've had, including these. So that's been awesome. Just wanted to start like sharing a little more of our like pickups, some of the sales we make, some of the samples we get, and you know, keep you guys in tune with all that. Follow us on Instagram at English Soul. Share the video, like the video, subscribe to us. If you need any shoes or anything, dude, just hit us up, like www.englishsoul.com, and just shoot us a message on there. Whatever you're looking for, whatever, we'll help you find it if we don't have it. But as you can see, we got a lot of shoes and even more at our storage unit. So if you need anything, just hit us up.